Y'all, I wonder if there's a job just to be like an idea giver. Because I have so many ideas for content. And I'm like, you know what? These are obvious money makers. Like, people need to be doing this. People want to watch this kind of stuff. So, what's up, Netflix?
So baby, when you ready, hit my line. Tell me what you want to do. I know you see I'm in it.
Hi, my name is Nana Kennedy Kofi, and welcome to NKK Live. Alright, so I watch a lot of Netflix, and I keep encountering this problem. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but I reach a point where it's like, damn, have I watched everything on Netflix? Like, I don't know, there's a point where it's kind of like, dang, I've already seen all of this stuff. And you know, it's interesting because Netflix keeps releasing these Netflix originals, and I keep thinking to myself, like, Netflix should give me some money, some cameras, some actors, and I could make some really great stuff that I know would have a lot of viewership. There's all these ideas in my head for series, for films, that I'm like, why hasn't someone made this already? Like, it's 2020, someone should have been made this and made a lot of money. So today I just wanted to share 3 films/series that I feel like should have been made by now, or should be made very soon. Ideally by me, but if someone steals my idea and makes it, at least I get to watch it, you know. Alright, so let's jump right into it.
If I speed it up, think you handle that. You ain't ready for this work now. Watch me throw it back.
Project number 1. We need an African step up. Or like an African You Got Served. Right? Like, I'm just like, why hasn't anybody thought of this? Why isn't anybody working on this? Like, clearly to me, I'm just like, this is such a moneymaker. You know what I mean? Like, especially now in the time that we're in, with Afrobeats on the rise, and you know, people are paying attention to African music, African dancing, African clothes. I think making a movie about the dancing and the music is such like the right move, you know what I mean? Because I think also one thing that people don't realize, that especially like with Azonto and things like that, is that the dancing was a very key part in, you know, raising awareness about the music. So when Azonto came, people weren't just listening to the song, it was also with the dance, you know what I mean? So they're both linked, and I definitely do understand that there is a large audience of people looking at Africans dancing, and when they dance, they kill it, like... You know, the thing is, on my Instagram, the 2 things that I tend to like watch the most are food videos and then dancing videos. And like, I could spend hours watching people dancing with the facial expressions, and when they kick it, oh my god. So I'm just waiting for an African step up. Like, I've written, you know, a sort of concept piece, an idea of how it would actually take place and what it would look like. And I feel like if someone gave me some money, some cameras, some actors, I can make it happen. So I came up with a potential title for the film. At first, I wanted to say something cheesy like The Afrobeat of My Heart. And I was like, nah, don't do that. Why don't you call it We Move, right? And We Move is a popular sort of Ghanaian term for like, I guess, moving on, or like we go forward. But also, it makes sense in terms of like, we move our bodies, we dance. You know what I mean? So, yeah, someone needs to, honestly, I would love to make an African version of Step Up / You Got Served. Like an African dance movie, celebrate our culture, our music, the dancing. You know, there's such a vibrant energy there. And I definitely think someone needs to immortalize that on film. So, yeah, I'm ready and willing. Idea number 2. I, for the longest time, have believed that Kwame Nkrumah needs his own biopic. Like, the father of Pan-Africanism hasn't been immortalized on film yet, you know? And it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, but I do think it's an important film to make Ghana's march towards independence. And I think it's a very interesting period of time that, like, not a lot of people are necessarily, like, looking at or exploring when it comes to like African cinema. I think it would be important to sort of document the life of basically the father of Pan-Africanism and showcase his life and the struggles towards independence, when he became president, how he got ousted out of his presidency, and all the, secret forces that were in his favor and also against him when he was, the ruler, the first president of Ghana. But yeah, I think that period of time needs to be explored a little more because it was such a period of like African excellence and pride in being African and being black. And it wasn't just that like Kwame Nkrumah was just for Ghana, but the type of person that he was as a Pan-Africanist, he also interacted with a lot of brilliant black people from all over the world, and I think it would be really great to capture that on screen. I think potential audiences for this is obviously Africans, but also like Black Americans as well. And especially like given this year of return, this would be such a perfect film to sort of create and release in this time. There's a lot of interest in Ghana specifically and like what's going on here. And I think this would be another sort of pull factor. So definitely somebody needs to work on a Kwame Nkrumah biopic. I definitely would love to work on it too. Again, it is something that I'm interested in seeing. It is something that I'm interested in creating. So yeah, hopefully one day, I'm saying this out on camera, but like hopefully one day I get to like, see my name at the end of some credits attached to a Kwame Nkrumah biopic. So third and final project, I've been thinking about like a sort of Gossip Girl, House of Cards, African City-esque type series. And I keep thinking about like the mega rich people here in Accra. And it's a very interesting dynamic because there is something to be said about like the different social classes in Ghana and the way in which money, power, sex, religion, Christianity specifically, all interact in the lives of like super rich Ghanaians, and I've been thinking about this series. I've actually written a few episodes of this series called The Rich Kids of Accra. And let me tell you, it is juicy. It is scandalous. It is exciting. And I just feel like, as a young African diasporan interacting with people like this once in a while, I would love to get a series where we can like get into their drama, expose a few secrets here and there, but also explore the social class / money hierarchy that is a very real thing in Ghana. I think there are different social groups and the way that you can live life varies vastly from lowest to highest. And I think it would also work against that stereotype that Africans are extremely poor, but it also works in the bad stereotype of like, like rich Africans maybe steal money, or you know what I mean, or the greed is excessive, and so like the lifestyles are super lavish and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I think a lot of series work because people want to see beautiful, young, rich people on screen. And I feel like we should do it in an African context. So my point is that there's so many African stories that we need to be telling. And I feel like there's so much content that we can create that will educate and entertain people at the same time. And yeah, like I have like 11 billion ideas. I just chose 3 for today because I was like, you know what? If someone makes these, or if I get to make these, it would be amazing. But like we really need these like now. Anyway, I'm just gonna end this video right here. And are there any series or things that you feel like Netflix or HBO or someone should have made by now? Please let me know in the comments. And before you leave, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like. If you guys want more of these types of videos, please let me know. If you guys would like me to film an episode of The Rich Kids of Accra, also do let me know, because I'm really trying to do that. I'm really trying to see it happen in real life. So yeah, I just need some motivation and some money and some actors But I got it. I'll get it. Don't worry. But yeah, it is really, really great to be back here on YouTube. And until next time, peace, love, and prosperity.